All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back. This is the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and we have some 1660 Supers today. So these are the PNYs. They are 6 GB, so you're good for Ethereum for a little bit longer, probably till proof of stake, honestly. But these cards they're kind of ugly, but they actually mine pretty good. They'll do about 31 mega hash on Ethereum. You have to use the negative memory clocks because these do have Hynix memory, so that is one of the caveats to these. But they're really low power. They burn somewhere in the range of about, I think it's like 75 to 80 watts. So they're fairly efficient. They're small, and they don't need a lot of airflow. A lot of people actually I've seen, if you have like a box fan or something, you can basically leave these fans at idle and they'll stay cool. Now, these aren't great for hash density compared to a lot of the newer cards, and that's actually how I was able to acquire these. So a buddy of mine from the Discord channel, Mr. Boar Dumpster, he's actually selling off some of his lower density cards. Basically, I think he's shooting for anything above 50 mega hash per card. Since these are 31, that doesn't do the ticket for him, being that he is space constrained. Now me, I have a good bit of space. You know, we got space for days, so we could even expand out of here if we needed to, but I can still go up. So I have plenty of space. So hash density isn't as important for me, so I can afford to plop these in. I do have 4 of these, and I think I'm gonna be putting them on this octo miner down here. I have 3 open slots, but I'm gonna take off one of those Zotac 3060 Ti's and plop it down there. And yeah, but I did want to also mention, these cards have kind of become notorious because these are one of the few cards that are still in stock and you can buy it almost any time of the day, but I don't suggest it because they're on Best Buy for $559, I believe. And for $550 for 31 mega hash, in my opinion, unless you can't find anything else, which you should be able to, don't be buying these. Because if you did the math, 2 of these do the same hash as about one 3060 or 3060 Ti or 3070 non-LHR. And if you can find one of those for $1,100, why would you pay $550 a piece for these? Because these are not going to have the resale of a 3060 Ti or a 3070. Still, I don't suggest paying more than $1,000 a piece for those cards either, even non-LHR, but some people got to do what they got to do. Simba, you are just always constantly in the way. So anyway, guys, let's go plop these in, and I'll show you what they're doing over there on the hives, show you how much money they're making. We are now on to the computer. So I have the 1660 Supers, the PNYs up and running. I've dialed in the overclocks. I have not BIOS modded them yet. It looks like I was doing some research. If you try to BIOS mod them inside of Hive with the Hive flashing utility, they fail, and nobody that I know of has been successful for flashing the PNYs. It looks like the Palit BIOS, the PALIT, that's a graphics card company, by the way. Their BIOS is the one that a lot of people use whenever they flash to get the increased hash rate. Obviously, it's probably worth it to pull all these out of here and put them in a Windows machine, but I don't really have a good Windows machine right this second to do flashing, especially individual. I might set something up over here just so like I can hot swap, or well, not hot swap, but I can put cards in, put cards out, just an open frame setup on Windows. Heck, I might be able to do it with that one actually. But something, you know, inside, or something that's not inside a case would probably be better for that. Anyway, let me show you what we're working with, and we'll go from there. So if you look right here, this is one of the PNYs. It's a 1660 Super, like we were talking about. That's the single fan. It's running at 31.6 mega hash. With the BIOS flash, these will go up to 33 all the way up to 35 mega hash. But I don't want to risk doing it inside a Hive because there has been numerous problems. So perform the BIOS flash at your own risk. We're burning 79 watts currently, 59 degrees. Our core is set to 1050, and our memory is at negative 1040. And that's because we have that Hynix memory, HYNIX. So it's a weird memory. You got to do it negative on the 1660 Supers. Going down here, we have another one. This one's doing 31.57, so almost identical, running the same core, memory, and power limit. and it's running at 78 watts. Further down, this is a 1660 Super Asus. That one was already in the machine. It has Samsung memory. I could probably bump that memory up a little bit. It's only doing 30.8. And then the last two PNYs are right here, 31.57 and 31.59. Same 1050 core, negative 1040 memory, and 75 on the power limit. Goodness, this cat. Come on, give me a minute. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, little 1660 Supers are doing better than ever. But I did want to show you guys where these things are for sale, and you can actually buy them in stock. Now, I don't suggest it because I did not pay full price for these. I bought these used. All right, so let's go right here. 1660 Super. So these bad boys have been in stock at Best Buy for a while now, and that's because look at the price. It's outrageous. $569. I got these from a local Discord, or not a local, but a Discord member, and I paid right at $400 a card. Still more than I'd like to pay, but a lot less than $569, because then you still have to add tax because you're buying it from Best Buy. Let's just figure worst case scenario. If you did buy this card from Best Buy, how long would it take to ROI? So $569 in stock. We'll get our old calculator out over here. We'll clear that off. So we got 569. Let's see here. We need old Ethereum. Where are we at? There we go. Ethereum will pop in 31.57, and our power is, we'll round it up to 80 watts, 10 cents per kilowatt. Calculate. So these bad boys are doing $2.13 per day before power. They're only burning 19 cents of power because they're pretty low power cards. So you're profiting $1.93. And if we were to divide that by 1.93, you're looking at 294 days if you bought it from Best Buy and didn't have to pay tax. Obviously a little bit more if you had to pay tax, but you're looking at 10 months ROI if it held at what it is today. Now, that doesn't seem feasible, and I don't think it would actually be feasible that you would ROI on Ethereum, because Ethereum is going proof of stake supposedly in less time than 10 months. So just be mindful of that. Now, these cards can mine other algorithms, but they definitely shine on Ethereum. So you can still get some Raven coin, a little bit of Ergo, that kind of stuff. But for right now, the most profitable thing on these bad boys is Ethereum. So just food for thought there. And I guess my ROI time, since I had $400 into them, we'll do that by $1.93. It looks like I'll ROI right at 207 days. I like to normally be under 200 days whenever I'm talking about ROI. But, I mean, 6.9 months, 69, that's a good number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, yeah. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it for tonight. I hope you guys had a good one. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And I guess I'll be working on setting up me a little Windows machine, a little test bench again, so I can do some BIOS modding. If you have any recommendations or not, just drop those down below. Also, I have heard, hold on, let me close that out. I have heard that people with the PNY dual fan 1660s with the Hynix memory, whenever they BIOS flash the palette BIOS on them, they lose the power readout, but they still mine at an increased rate. And checking it from the wall, apparently they're still fairly efficient at around 90 watts. So I guess as long as it doesn't compromise its resale value, like as long as it still operates like a normal graphics card, I'm okay with doing the BIOS flash. That's one thing I didn't love about the old AMD cards, is you really needed to BIOS flash the 470s and the 570s to unlock them. It's almost like, for me, to get it from that 31.5 up to that 30, say, a lot of people, it seems like the consensus is about 33 to a 33.5, so that's a 2 mega hash increase. Is it worth the risk? Because they don't have the exact unlocked BIOS for your card. They do for the MSI cards, they do for Asus, and they do for the palette cards with Hynix memory. But otherwise, you are technically installing a BIOS that was never intended to be on that card. Now, is it much different? Probably not. But it's still, you run the risk of something happening. So now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off for tonight. For real, I am out. I got to go feed this cat because he is just not leaving me alone right now. Yeah. Later, later. I just need to go. I'm going to keep on talking if I don't get off here. Bye.